Welcome to the Common Ground podcast, where stories connect, perspectives collide, and purpose is found in the middle.
Every week, we sit down with unique and inspiring guests that come from all walks of life, people who challenge the status quo, overcome the odds, and live with intentionality.
Whether you're driving to work, on your morning walk, or just looking for that spark to ignite your week, you're in the right place.
Welcome to the Common Ground podcast with your hosts, John Fletcher and Sydney.
Welcome, everybody. How is everybody doing? It is time for another Monday happy hour. Yes, that's right. We get to sit down and have a conversation, play a game, and just have a good old time. So we are live on Facebook. I believe I'm checking right now to see if we are live on LinkedIn, which I believe, yes, we are live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Let me double check that. Let's see real quick. And yep, we are live. So yes. So everybody, welcome. And see. Sydney will be joining us very shortly. She's just taking care of something. So the beautiful Sydney will be here. And today we have with us Mr. David Alexander, also known as Chef Soul.
What's up, everybody? What's happening?
What up?
Not
you not saying?
What up?
So, how is life treating you today, David?
It's great. It's happy hour, man. I got my drink and my LaSalle cup. I'm always Philly repping. I got my Eagles hat, my favorite hat, right next to me. I'm ready to go.
Doing the do.
Yeah, had a great weekend. How was your weekend?
It was eventful, but good. Always great. And let's see. Let me make sure our comments are showing. That's right. Okay. Yeah, as always, this is very listener viewer engaged. We want your questions. We want your comments. We will read them on live. We will read them aloud live, in person. So if you comment on either the YouTube page, the Facebook page, or the Instagram, not Instagram, LinkedIn page, then we can see your comments live. So Sydney has our game of the week. I think you will like the game of the week. I'm excited because...
Okay, you're gonna have to do this episode backwards. I'm on a really important call, so we're doing promote him. I'll hop on as soon as I can.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was explaining. Sydney has our game of the week. I'm looking forward because normally I come with the game of the week. And so, yeah, and she's on an important phone call, so we will do the game in reverse order this time. Usually we start with the game, we will end with the game. So tomorrow, your episode comes out. And
yes.
We are all looking forward to that. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find it on the YouTube at the Common Ground Project USA. You can find it on Spotify and Apple at the Common Ground Podcast. So if you are on YouTube right now watching us and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. We are really trying to make a 1,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube. That is our goal by the end of the year.
Let's
We are
go.
we are just under 200. We know that we're going to get to 1,000 and more by the end of the year. So, um, if you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, and it helps us share this live, share it with a friend, share it with your pet. We'll take any shares, any follows. You know. So tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about yourself, David.
Well, what's there to know except everything? No, I am a professional chef by day, and I also host a podcast myself called the Smartest Podcast in the World, where I focus on speaking about taking an intellectual look at anger, depression, and anxiety, and especially with a little focus on men, because it's just very near and dear to me. I went through some very traumatic things, and so, but I also add a little bit of Philly swag. I'm a sports fan, and I'm a very eclectic person, so I try to hit you with it all, a little bit of it all, you know. Um, so that you get, a little of all the flavors.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Give me 1 second. I want to try to share this
yeah. Me too.
because I just realized I can share this to my group of guys, and they should have heard that you had this podcast because that would have helped them. That's why I was like, oh, when you said that, I'm like, oh, I should be sharing it to that group.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah, man, yeah. I absolutely. There's a gentleman that I follow. I started following when I was in Houston, and he became my friend. And being an African American man, and just certain stereotypes and ideas in our own community, especially when it comes to mental health and men's health, we kind of are like hands off, or we shy away from it. And so I really was inspired by my friend who kind of gave me like the courage to be able to talk about these things out in person, because I guess you would say people suffer in silence. And
Mhm.
but for me, I'm always on a quest to find out why. That's why I'm the smartest man in the world.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to be the smartest man in the world, because
No, I say, so what it is this. I say I am master and creator of my own world, and in my world I'm the smartest man in the world. In my world, politicians are nice and have couth and are gentlemanly and are able to disagree. You know what I'm saying? In my world, people are nice. In my world, people are generally good people who want to learn and grow, and who are not afraid of truth. So even when they're hit with the truth, when something is revealed to them and they say, "Oh, I didn't know I was offending you in this way, or I was doing this to you," and they're able to face that truth. And then, so that's where I live. That's the world I live in. Everybody else lives in this other crazy world where, like, you can't tell people the wrong thing that they did. You can't be yourself because somebody's going to hate on you or cancel you or do all this. Yeah, I don't live in that world, man. I live in my own world, in my world, man, in the world that I create for myself. And so it's just a play on words, man. I'm 52 years old. I got my bachelor's degree, my second degree, which would be my bachelor's degree, last summer. And I took complementary and alternative medicine. So I just been on a journey of studying like Eastern philosophies and Ayurvedic medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, herbalism, all of these type of things, man. So it's just revealed so many things to me that I'm like, plus I was just already super intelligent. It is what it is.
see, for me, like, I love conversations. I love learning. So if I was the smartest man in my world, then it wouldn't work because I love learning. So
Hmm.
It takes somebody smarter than me to teach me something, right? Because I didn't know that. So,
Well, the gag is the smartest man in the world knows that he's not.
right, you said
Right.
it, not me. So,
Right.
um, yeah, no, and you know, I want to be in a world where I don't need everybody to be nice, you know? I don't
Hmm.
need everybody to get along, but I want everybody to respect each other. Like that's like dude, to me like the beauty is that we all don't think alike. We all don't act the same. Like to me I
True.
find beauty in that. I find the beauty in somebody being different than me, that
True.
perceiving the world different than me, acting differently than me. I We recorded a podcast earlier today, right? And the guy the guy that we had on writes Christian and he writes horror. And in my head, I'm like, those things are so opposite polar. Like it doesn't make sense how you can
What
do both of them.
what was it? Christian and
And horror, he writes horror books and horror
okay.
suspense and
Okay.
Christian books. And to me,
Okay.
they're like so opposite polar. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like how how that how that thrives
Hmm.
in his right. But it doesn't have to make sense to me, right?
True.
But
True.
but I'm I'm inquisitive to find out how it makes sense to him, and that was cool. Like I sat there and was like, kind of said like this just doesn't like here. Let me give you another example. I grew up in the hood of Philadelphia, right?
Hmm.
And I grew up in drug infested, saw people shot. Well, people were shot outside my house. Could hear what happened with that. Saw what drugs did to people. Right.
Hmm.
So very early growing up, I made a decision. I never wanted to touch drugs. I knew where that path led me,
Hmm.
but I know people in that neighborhood who turned to drugs and did that. And for me, it's like I just can't. And I'm not saying they're wrong or anything. Don't take it the wrong way, but I don't understand. My mind doesn't process how they could see what I saw growing up and
Hmm.
still allow themselves to go down that same path. So
I got
that's
you.
because they're different. They've experienced different things. They have different coping mechanisms. They felt so much pain that the drugs, that what they saw with the drugs was better than what they felt they were going through. I get
Hmm.
all that, but to me, it still doesn't process because it's like nothing could be worse than that to me. Like
So
having a mother run down the street screaming my baby,
yeah, yeah,
because he was just shot
yeah,
outside my house, was
yeah.
something that I don't want to experience. I don't want to be the parent, of that child. So
True.
like,
True.
and I get that we're all different. So I don't, I don't blame anybody for what their decisions they make. It's just
Hmm.
I'm inquisitive.
Yes. See, and that's the same here. I'm so inquisitive that I will not only ask questions, but even if you want to say to my detriment, well, but I still came out of it. No, I went into places that I didn't have to be in to ask the question to find out why, man. Why does this do like this? Why does this work like this? Why do these systems work the way they do? Or if I was thrust into a situation, whether it was jail, and I'm not saying I'm some hardened criminal that been to prison, but I've been to jail for a long enough period of time to have seen things transpire among people that's crazy. I mean, jail in itself is like a whole nother world. It has a whole nother culture, a whole nother language and currency system, and you know what I'm saying. But no, for some reason, the creative heaven and earth have seen fit to take me through so many different, um, oh man, so many different areas and arenas. So I was an R&B singer when I was younger, right? First of all, I was born into poverty and I mastered being broke and poverty. That's how it shaped me as a chef. Being able to take a little bit and make a lot shaped me into a chef from being impoverished. You know what I'm saying? And so it also taught me tactics and techniques that not the average chef has. You know what I mean? And so that. And then for a while, I lived as rich folk live. I lived in the suburbs. I finished my high school out in the suburbs, and I have interracially mixed kids. I've been to the military. I've been to jail. I was married, divorced, had a college degree, was in and out of the military for a short period of time, and that was all before 30. And then I spent years as an R&B singer in the music world. And besides my culinary career, it just these experiences that for some reason I almost committed suicide, man. I was married to a woman that had a psychological disorder that I didn't understand, and it made her violent. And so I actually, for a time, was like a battered husband. You know what I'm saying? Afraid to tell people what was going on, and so all of these wild situations and in and out, and for some reason, man, I'm still standing. And I think it's only because I think I was born with a scientific mind to keep asking why, why is this happening? Why? And it's interesting, man. If I could share, I just seen something, a YouTube video I was studying recently, and it said, what if you could take yourself and sit yourself outside the emotion of a situation? So for me being a Scorpio, real quick, I'm an emotional person. I'm a water sign. So water is constantly emotion. So I have emotional swings. I had to learn that about myself because in my vernacular in the street, that's being called a bitch. They'd be like, why you acting like a bitch? Why you acting like a diva? Why you acting like a woman? You understand what I'm saying? Women are supposed to be synonymous with emotional swings. So I had to keep questioning, like, am I a bitch? Yeah, because I don't feel like a bitch. You know what I mean? And excuse my French, not to call women bitches, but that's just the vernacular of the street. And so man, the wonderful, amazing, crazy, scary, and dope things that I've seen, man. I just believe that I have a voice to be able to break down the minutia of what it is to be depressed, angry, and have anxiety and how you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm like a walking how-to book with a step-by-step instruction, and I do it by explaining the situations that I've been through and how I got through it. And it's just that the story comes with a little flair, a little comedy, maybe, and some emotion when I tell it.
Well, sitting down and talking to you on a podcast, I would assume that there's nothing that you do that doesn't come with a little flair.
Woo! You got to walk that out like my man Rick said. He used to say, baby, hey, when I get off that jet, when you see me in that white, baby.
Woo!
I love it. I love it, man. Hey, who was your favorite wrestler, man? They just had WrestleMania this past weekend.
So I when I grew up, it was the Rock and Roll Express that for some reason I loved the Rock and Roll Express.
Awesome.
I loved the rivalry with the Midnight Express and yeah,
Mhm.
it
It was epic.
yeah.
Epic. I used to go to the matches. My mother, we as broke as we were living in Richard Allen projects, my mother's treat for us when we did good in school was to take us to wrestling matches. So I seen when Big Bubba first came out as the bodyguard for Jim Cornette, remember, with the Midnight Express. And at one WWF match, my brother actually, he was a little kid, my brother actually wandered away from us at the Philly in the Spectrum, the old Philly Spectrum. My brother wandered away from us. We're looking around, we're panicking. They get on the loudspeaker. If you see this little kid, let us know. How about he's in the wrestlers' locker room with Hulk Hogan? He's in the wrestler. He done made his way to the wrestler's locker room, and he's sitting on Hulk Hogan's lap when we finally find him. And I'm so jealous, like, oh, he's kicking it with Hulk Hogan. But he was just a little kid. It was so awesome, man. That's when WWF, when it was WWF.
let me see if I can find it real quick. And I don't know if technically I can show it, but I think I can show it because we can respond to it. Let's see. I think this is. It's not that one. Let's see. Oh. No, come on. You're telling me it's not in there? It's not in there.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, we're gonna play Chopped whenever we're done with whatever just happened.
I'm looking. Do you
Hi, Sydney.
on your own
Oh
time?
yeah.
On your
Good.
own time to the whole audience. If Two Bears, One Cave is the Burt Kreischer podcast, if you look
Okay.
it up on like Instagram or whatever,
Okay.
they have clips. But one of the latest clips is that Burt Kreischer was at it. It was either WrestleMania or a different wrestling thing because I just saw it yesterday or the day before. Actually, I have it on my phone, but it's not probably going to. Maybe let me see it because maybe you can hear the story because you don't see they do show it, but since you're in the wrestling, let me see if I can. Oh. So it was after that. Oh, here we go. Can you hear this? Oh, dude. Do it again. Oh, it's not. You gotta watch it. But Burt Kreischer's at the wrestling match, right? And none of this is on TV because it was after the take. Some guy came up to him and started shouting, and he shouted back. He ended up in the ring, and he's like, "This wasn't rehearsed. This was like spur of the moment." And he's like body slamming people.
What?
Dude, it is hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Hey, wait.
You're a wrestling fan. You got to check it out, though.
I got to check that out. Hey, real quick. Do you remember a dude named Dr. D. David Schultz? Do you remember this guy? My goodness. I can't find anybody that remembers this. I swear to God, he was one of my favorite wrestlers because to me, he always looked like he was real. Like he really hated these dudes and he was trying to hurt them. And so ABC, I think it was, did a special report on wrestling. So they went to this guy's house. So he's like talking mean to his wife and everything, and they're like having dinner. So I think the cameraman or the whoever it is says something like, yeah, you know, a lot of people think wrestling's fake. She says, what? You think this is fake? He body slams the cameraman and he's beating up the producer. And I think he got in trouble. I think that was real. To this day, I never heard that it was fake. And I think you can find clips of this. It's like a ABC special, and they go to this dude's house.
So let me give you insight, because do you know who Diamond Dallas Page is?
Yes. Diamond Dallas Page, of course, yeah.
DDP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has his own yoga workout program, which I was a part of.
Okay.
So I got to do a little interacting, like not personally, but through the app and all that with him. He tells the story. He talks about wrestling. He goes, people all the time come up to me and says, "Is wrestling fake?" He goes, "It's scripted, but the falls, the tables, they're all real. Like you get injured on it, you're really beating each other up. Like it's not like you're fake slapping somebody. You're slapping somebody, you know?
Right.
That's real. Now the storylines behind it may be made up." He goes, but everything about wrestling is real. Like
man, because it really looked like Roddy Piper hated Jimmy Snuka. That looked real.
Yeah. The hatred may have been more of an act, but the fighting in the ring, yeah. He goes, and it's not like sometimes he goes, you would sit in the thing and it'd be like, we're gonna do this, you know, I'm gonna do this to you. It's not as scripted as some people think it out, like the whole thing. Other ones might be a little bit more scripted from what I hear, but But Sydney is here. Sydney is in the building, you know.
Yeah.
She has climbed over that top rope, and she's about
Yep.
to body slam both of us with a game.
Sid, we're some sunny hugs, man. You had a rough day?
I've had a rough life, man, making it through. Okay, so we're playing Chopped in light of having our chef on today. Have you guys seen that reality show?
I have.
No.
Yeah,
What is it?
Chopped.
Oh yeah, Chop. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so for our watchers or viewers who are listening in and don't know what Chopped is where chefs that come in to be guest judges give mystery baskets, and they have rounds. So there's appetizer round, entree round, and dessert round. And it's judged off of the collective. We're not going to do it off the collective, but we are going to do the same appetizer, entree, and desserts. So these baskets have 3 mystery ingredients, and the chefs have to put together a dish, leaving the basket ingredients as the star of the dish. They're allowed to use anything else that they would like to as well, but the basket ingredients have to be the star of the dish.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to be doing today is I am going to be giving you 3 ingredients, and you have to conceptually tell me what you would put together as either an entree, an appetizer, entree, or dessert. And then we'll let our viewers vote on who gets the most. And we've got low traction today. I'm sure people will be hopping on, but in the meantime, I am the judge.
Gotcha.
Cool.
So, audience, if you are there, you can be the judge too. You just have to comment and say who wins.
Exactly. All right. I'm also sharing this with a couple people.
Yes, I'm.
Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. But our first round, we're going to do obviously appetizer. We start with appetizers. And we are going to do mushrooms, black truffle, and duck confit.
Ah.
Okay, 3 ingredients I have never touched.
Okay, well, there's a benefit here because we've got one extremely picky eater, and then we have one very well-versed chef that says he can make a carrot taste like a hot dog. But you
Hey, yes.
Black truffle, you
correct
said,
me if I'm
right?
wrong, but you don't eat duck, right, David?
No, but I know what it tastes like. I would have to taste it when I make it, so I know. I can.
You know what
I
it
already
is.
know what it tastes like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So that's like, and that's the mark of a good chef. Like John says that he can cook things that he doesn't necessarily eat. So I think that we've got, for 2 different reasons, an advantage here. So
An appetizer. What is truffle again? Like, I know what it is, but what is it? Like, what's it?
Black truffle is a mushroom. Basically, it's a very it's a bougie mushroom. Basically,
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
it's
okay.
a very distinct flavor. Yeah.
So we have 2 mushrooms. We have a black mushroom
Technically,
and
yes. Black
and-
truffle is a little bit different than like the mushrooms that I generated when I generated 3 random ingredients, but yes.
Yes.
okay. So, and what's the duck?
Duck confit?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a certain part of the duck?
No, it's just basically confit is almost like we would say almost like a warm relish, for lack of a better term, kinda. It would have like maybe diced onions and peppers and maybe something fancy they might throw in there like fig or and it would it's basically like an appetizer.
So, but it's more like a relish. You said like a sauce.
But it's kind of like I don't want to say relish. What can I equate it to? Blah 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 blah.
Just to give me an idea of what I'm working with. I know.
Yes, so it's like diced duck. Imagine like diced duck meat, maybe peppers and onions, and maybe they use figs and maybe Indian spices, and it's almost a paste, but not yet. And so
Okay.
it's spreadable, or it may be a little thicker than that. But basically, you could put it on like a little crostini
I got
and
it.
eat
I
it
got
like
it.
something
I
like
got
that.
you. I got you.
Mhm.
I'm good. And I'm good. All right. All right.
All right, go ahead. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll allow the gentleman. It's his show. I'm in his house.
All right, John.
All right. So our appetizer is going to be fried mushrooms with
Mhm.
a little duck cocktail or whatever it is, and black truffle as little dipping sauces to dip the fried mushrooms into to give your palate a nice array of to take the the normal bland mushroom and to give it some flavor.
Y'all are
Okay.
all right. I'm ready. I'm here for this.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Okay. So I'm gonna take that duck confit. I'm gonna saute those mushrooms with some onions. I'm gonna wrap it in a crispy spring roll No, actually, I'm gonna make it into a quesadilla, and then I'm gonna take those black truffles and blend them into hot sauce and make a truffle hot sauce.
Damn. All right. That's tough. Do we have anybody that can not put me on the spot and make me choose between these two? Somebody else go ahead and get involved here.
Please.
All right, John, say yours one more time because I don't know if I want to make sure I understood.
John sounds absolutely wonderful, though. I'd go for that.
It's fried mushrooms, so like battered, fried,
Mhm.
got the whole thing, and then it has the duck cocktail or whatever we're calling it,
Confit.
confit, has a dipping sauce to spread on top of the fried mushroom to give it some flavor, and again the black, the black
Truffles.
truffle, yeah, into more of a saucier thing to also dip it. So it takes a bland fried mushroom and it gives it flavor.
All right. Okay, sounds good. Well,
That's pretty dope.
it is pretty good. We don't have anybody voting this round. I think I have to give that round to David just based on my style because I feel like John's like whatever. He's like you're so full of shit. It's like
dude, I'm proud of myself. I came up with
that was good.
ingredients I wouldn't touch.
No, but see, what you do is take that like you said, take your fried battered mushroom, take the stem out and flip it upside down so that it's a hole in the middle, and you do exactly what you said: batter it or fry it. You stick the duck confit in there, you sit it on the plate, and then you blend your black truffle sauce and drizzle it over it. Bam, bam. That's what it looks like. It makes sense. That's how I saw it when you said it.
Yeah, I think that I would do like a high-end nachos. Like instead of nachos, it would be like baguettes, like thinly sliced toasted baguettes. That
Gotcha.
would be like brushed with the truffle for sure. And
Mhm.
the salsa, for the sake of this example, is the duck confit, and we've got the peppers and the onions, and like then we've got the black truffle sauce is the nacho sauce, if you will. But like that's just high-end. It's like the caviar of dipping things.
Gotcha. And see, that's what I like about cooking. I like to try to take one of my favorite things, try to take fancy things, but spit it out in some everyday, food. Like nachos is everyday, man. Who don't love nachos, man? That's real food. Quesadillas.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna do an entree round. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all the way through, and we'll do that a couple times. So we're gonna do like entree or appetizer, entree, dessert, and then we might do that a couple different times. So for our entree round, we're gonna do the ingredients are gonna be lamb, mint, and pomegranate.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. I think David's got his based on what I'm getting. So, David, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you would make while John still brainstorms over here?
Well, everybody knows you got to have the mint jelly with the lamb, right?
Okay.
So we gonna crust that lamb up with herbs, pan sear it till the outside of it is crispy. Then we're gonna finish it off either on the grill or in the oven. Then we're gonna take what'd you say, mint? So that's the mint. Oh, we're gonna take that mint. Yeah, we're gonna make a mint. We basically gonna make a mint jelly out of it. Which I can make a simple syrup and then slurry it with cornstarch and get it thick and grind the mint up with a little agave instead of sugar for a sweetener. Yeah, and basically make it, yeah, like a little jelly. And what was the third thing? Lamb. Oh, and pomegranate. Oh, that so that pomegranate I'm a juice, and then I'm gonna reduce it with some white wine. And I'm thinking maybe like something regular. Something what, like a Chardonnay?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. Yeah, and just reduce it with the white wine so that it's fruity. And oh well, wait. No, because my mint jelly is going over the lamb. Well, you said I can add other stuff to it.
Yes, you can.
So
It just has to, the basket ingredients have to be the star of the dish, is how it is.
oh, I'm just gonna make a pomegranate vinaigrette then. I'm gonna make a pomegranate for a little side salad with arugula.
I love it. Very nice. That's gonna
Mhm.
be tough to beat. John, what you got?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lamb, I'm going to slice it open, and I'm going to do a mint with a little like cream, like a creamed mint to put inside to the lamb, cook it up, fry it up. I'm going to lay the pomegranate onto the onto the onto the plate, and I'm going to set the lamb on top of the pomegranate. So it's going to have this nice minty, like nice minty flavor to it on the inside. The pomegranate's going to take some of the sweetness to round it off.
What's up, Smalley? Good to see you. Thanks for being
And
here. Please vote on our
it's going to be a little. You're going to need no sauce because of the mint and a little cream sauce, the mini creams, the creamy mint sauce inside. It's going to be fantastic.
It does. Both of those sound really good, and I like that you guys have the same style. So like,
Yeah.
I think I might give that one to John, and the only reason is because I had a terrible experience with mint jelly, and I know it can be done right. I know it can be done right, but I haven't had it yet.
Okay.
I think that by default that I would, but I'm following that vibe, like that pomegranate kind of cut through the richness of everything else going on.
Mm-hmm.
I really dig that.
Yeah, that was a good one, John.
Originally, I was going to make the pomegranate like a sauce on top of it, but he started going that way. I was like, I can't do that. So I got to figure out a different way to do the pomegranate. So now I'm going to just slice it and lay the lamb on top of it. And
yeah. Yes. Let's see.
Mr. Lammy.
What were we supposed to vote on? Okay, since you just got here, we're playing Chopped. And I'm giving our chefs here basket ingredients, and they have to tell me what dish they would make with the basket ingredients. The goal is that the basket ingredients have to be the star of the dish. Now that you're here, you're the new judge because I really don't like being put in this position, but I'll say what my preference would be. So David won our appetizer round, and John just won our entree round. We're moving on to dessert, so stick around so you can help me with this next one. For our dessert round, our basket ingredients are going to be pound cake, olive oil, and basil.
That's awesome.
I do this to myself, just for the record.
That is freaking awesome.
Put ingredients in front of me and just like let me do something with it.
Weird ingredients for a dessert, but watch, we gonna freak it.
Yes. All right, couple more seconds.
All right.
He's got his. Brittany, thank you so much for coming. I need you so badly. I'm glad you heard that. All right, David went first last time. So John, tell us what you're doing with your basket ingredients of olive oil, pound cake, and basil.
So I don't know how this is going to work, but the olive oil, I'm going to create a glaze, but with the olive oil being the kind of the main ingredient of the. I don't know how I would do it to make a glaze because I'm not. But basically, take some olive oil, sugar. I think is in a glaze, and I don't know what else is in a glaze.
I think.
I'm not the professional chef, of course. So
hey, I gotta tell you though, you plucked that right out of my brain because that's exactly what I was gonna say. So you got some skills, brother. You got some chops. Because that is exactly what I thought.
So I'd have the pound cake. You drizzle the the vinaigrette the vinaigrette icing on it, and then you put like just a pinch of basil, like just a whole basil leaf, and just like put it in there where they can pick it out and enjoy it. Because I don't know what else to do with it unless I would shred up. The basil's more decoration on a plate.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Said the basil threw you off.
All right, David, what are you doing with
Because I
your
don't know how, like, there are 3 different flavors.
Yeah, totally
And I don't
different.
know how the olive oil and the basil
yeah,
is going to
like
go.
chef's kiss?
So I learned this a couple years ago by accident, but if you take French vanilla ice cream and drizzle olive oil over it, it is absolutely delicious. Also, French vanilla ice cream with a little balsamic vinegar makes it taste like fudge. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. But the savory, I mean the sweet and the tangy sour flavor. Oh my god, it goes together so well, and it kind of reminds you almost of fudge, just without the chocolate. But it's amazing. So you stole my idea with the glaze, and the way you would do it is, yeah, you could take that olive oil, yep, and some brown sugar, or even if you had regular sugar, and hit it with a little vanilla flavoring, and you make what we would call like a little kind of like a version of a roux, kind of, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you can add a little water to it, just enough to until it gets thick into like a glaze, you know what I mean? And you could use it like that.
Yeah.
And so since you took that, I'm going to take that pound cake, and I think I'm going to do exactly what I said. So first of all, I'm going to
You did exactly
chiffonade.
what I said.
Go ahead. What you say?
No, just the way you said it was funny. Keep going.
Oh, I'm gonna chiffonade the basil, and then I'm gonna saute it in olive oil until it's a little kind of soft, and I'm gonna stick the pound cake on both sides of it till it almost like crusts it, right? Then I am gonna hit it with the vanilla ice cream. I'm gonna hit it with a little olive oil and just enough of a little bit of sea salt. And I'm telling you, the combination of that savory and a little salty and the sweet from the cake and the ice cream is going to hit.
Oh,
And with a little lemon too, little lemon, just a little
just a little
sprinkle,
bit.
hit of lemon.
Yeah, I'm here.
It's like Mediterranean almost,
Mm-hmm.
kind of. You know what I mean?
Brittany's a really good cook, and I actually love the cinnamon and berries thing, because what came to my head is like, you make a burnt caramel sauce, right? Like a burnt cinnamon caramel sauce. That's just going to go with like a bed of berries that we've sauteed in this over the pound cake. And then we're
Mhm.
going to make a French vanilla olive oil ice cream, because when you do
Mhm.
oil ice cream, just the texture of it hits so different.
Mhm.
Ice cream. So we got like French vanilla. We can even put some of the basil in there, so it like comes through. You got that fresh burst there. And then we're
Mhm.
making a basil mint whipped cream. So we're just like incorporating into our cream components is where the basil goes.
Hey, what are you guys trying to take my job? I didn't know y'all was such great cooks.
All right, John. No, not John. He's like me, maybe.
She said, "John's crap." No, I'm the
Oh boy. No. Okay.
Hey, John. Yeah, that was fun.
Smalley and Brittany vote on David or John for the dessert round here. That will tie us out for round one. And then we'll go back to who won the dessert round, David or Philly? David or Philly?
Ding, 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 ding.
We need the elevator music in here.
Dun, da, 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 da.
I actually think I probably would have dug both of them. Okay, Brittany says David.
Thank you, Brittany. That $10 is in the mail.
Who else we got? All right, let's see here. Going with Dave on this one. All right, David took the dessert round. Thank you for playing the music.
Oh, this is feeding the ducks. Since we have
This is
duck con. It's called feeding the ducks. So
Okay.
I had to put it since we had the duck con.
all right. Okay, ready for the appetizer round? Brandon, thank you for being here. I'm gonna have to try that vanilla olive oil. Yes, Brandon. Okay, we're playing Chopped. We're going back to the dessert round. David took the first round. So appetizer round. Turn this off. This isn't hold time. It's not hold music time. This is serious.
Okay.
Okay. Appetizer round. Your basket ingredients are scallops, papaya, and chili oil.
Oh, let's go, Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Scallops.
Mhm.
Scallops, papaya, and chili oil. I know what I'm doing. All right, David, go ahead. He's got it. So we're gonna.
All right. I am gonna, of course, you know, I'm gonna take that papaya and blend it with the chili oil
Mhm.
and little salt and a little lime, and I'm skewering them scallops, man. I'm skewering them scallops and I'm grilling those jokers, and then rolling them in that papaya chili lime sauce, and
Okay.
we're having them on skewers.
Yep. I like that. I like it. I like it. It's fresh. It's light.
Mm-hmm.
Summer. I get summer vibes. Like
Yep, summer vibe.
Mexico. Vacation in Mexico.
2 skewers on a plate with a little maybe cilantro ranch on right there with it. Yeah, with a little garnish.
I see it. I see it. I do.
Yeah.
All right, John, go ahead.
So, bear with me. Papaya, scallops, and chili. What?
Chili oil.
Chili lime sauce or chili oil?
Was
What
it
was the
chili
third?
oil?
Sydney.
Chili oil. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Mhm.
Scallops, papaya, chili oil.
So I'm gonna take the scallops and I'm gonna grind them down, and I'm gonna use it as a breading for the papaya. I'm gonna fry. I'm gonna cover the papaya. I'm gonna cover them. I'm gonna make fried papayas with the scallops as the breading,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna
Scallop?
dip
Do
it.
you know what a scallop is?
What?
You know what a scallop is, right?
I thought so. Maybe not.
Oh, wait, because I was like, huh? That poor scallop.
It's like a thin white thing, right? All
No,
these
that's Uma Thurman. No, what you're talking about is
Okay, a scallop is it's like a it's I was gonna say, how do you describe a scallop?
a scallop is basically like they come in different sizes, but think of a marshmallow that's fishy.
A fishy marshmallow. That's a good way to it's a really, really tender piece of seafood.
Or if a shrimp, if the consistency of a shrimp was shaped like a marshmallow.
I feel like shrimp are a lot tougher than that. Like if a scallop's cooked right, it's really soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's supposed to be soft because it could get
I thought it
rubbery
was harder.
fast.
I thought it was harder.
You thought it was harder than a shrimp?
No, it's not harder than a shrimp.
No.
If it's cooked right, it is very delicate. It's kind of like whitefish, but it doesn't have the same flavor. It flakes like that though, or it's supposed to. But it's very tender. Brittany's dying. She's like, yeah, it's okay. There's only one professional chef in the room. Okay.
They're called a crustian or whatever, right? Isn't
No, bro.
Okay, so
It's-
let me give you I'll
yeah.
give you my example, okay? Just so that you've got like another one. So like with scallops, and this is my go-to because like it's inspired by like my favorite thing that I had in the world. But I'm taking that like chili dust inspiration and we're coating them and we're grilling them. Like we're getting the grill lines.
Yes.
We're bacon wrapping these scallops, okay? So like just
Okay.
lightly peppered. It's a bacon wrapped scallop, thin slice,
Mhm.
not thick cut, otherwise it takes away from the scallop. And
Mhm.
you've got like a mango papaya dragon fruit salsa on top. That's just like
Ooh,
little
you get
dollop
fancy.
on top, a little dollop on top of our bacon wrapped scallops. We got the grilled charcoal, the bacon, like the black pepper bacon, and then we've got that fresh bite on top with a little bit of heat from the chili oil.
Yeah, we gotta open up a restaurant together, Sid. What you doing, man?
Dude, I'm coming. Where are we going?
Let's get this, yo. I love that. I love that idea.
All right, let's see here. We both
So
said
yeah, I'm
salsa.
not going to come up with anything that's going to be either one of you two.
Okay,
so-
that's fine. You guys vote on me and David for that round. I'm representing John since he doesn't know what a scallop is.
Because that scallop is
He's
not
like-
clinging
he's
to
like,
that
"I'm
papaya. Is not like that. That thing, you go to try to fry that thing, all that's coming off in the oil.
Yep.
Ugh.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. He said, okay, sounds good. We need Smalls in here too. Where's Smalley? All right, I'm trying to find out our next round here. Okay, let's see
Mhm.
here.
I gotta say, for 90% of these ingredients that I would never touch on all these things we've done so far, I'm doing
Right.
pretty good.
Yes, you are.
Right. You doing good, John. I'd eat some of your food.
Yes. Okie dokie. Ready for the next one, guys? Our next entree round, your basket ingredients are going to be short ribs,
Mm,
cola, like soda, like Coke, okay?
mm.
And sage.
Okay. Okay. And sage. Okay.
What does sage taste like? It's an herb, right? It's an herb, right?
It is. Yeah, I'm just trying to describe or think
It's,
how to describe it. Brittany,
I
how do you
mean,
describe
when
it?
you use Italian seasonings, it's one of the seasonings in there. So sometimes it's hard to separate the flavor, but sage is really prominent around Thanksgiving time. So a lot of
Okay,
Thanksgiving dishes got sage in them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. I got
yeah.
this. I got this. I got this. I got this one.
Okay.
All right. David, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, David, tell us what you're doing with Coca-Cola, whatever
Mhm.
else I said, and sage. What did I say?
Yeah, sage, Coca-Cola, and the short ribs.
Yeah.
Well, immediately my thought is to whip up a marinade using the Coca-Cola. So since there's cinnamon in Coca-Cola, I'm thinking I'm gonna make what's called so I'm probably gonna make basically like a brown stock. I'm gonna create a stock from searing the short ribs first and using the liquid and the seasonings that come from it and make like basically like a little stock from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's gonna turn into a brown sauce. And then for the sage, I'm just gonna sage rice, real simple. Just some jasmine rice with a little bit of plant-based butter and some sage.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the plant-based butter don't matter if we having short ribs, right? So I
That's
might as
true.
well
That's
use regular
true.
butter or
You
olive
guys-
oil. Some
All right.
sage rice. Mm-hmm.
I like it. Oh yeah. No, sage rice is good. Short ribs. All right. Philly, what you got?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a dry rub, and part of that dry rub is going to be the sage. Sage is going to be put into the dry rub.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to dry rub the short ribs. I'm going to smoke the short ribs, and I'm going to take the Coke and I'm going to put it into a homemade barbecue sauce,
Mhm.
which I'm going to use on top of the ribs when they come out, and they're going to get smothered it's going to get smothered on the ribs that way.
Yo, that was inventive, bro. I like that.
Yep. Yeah, that
That
was
was pretty good.
all right. If I had to do
That's
something,
barbecue. Now you're getting into my wheelhouse.
Coca-Cola barbecue.
Brittany, you know what? I'm going to get you involved here. She may or may not be able to help me with this. I feel like you can. I want you to give these to three. First, you got to vote on. So, Smalley, you vote on these guys since Brittany had to step away. Brittany, I want you to come up with 3 basket ingredients for the dessert round of this. 3 basket ingredients.
Yeah, make it interesting. Make it hard.
I can do that.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's see here. Both of those sounded really good though. So
I like his idea with the Coca-Cola barbecue sauce.
yeah. Okay. Was that John?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so Philly's got 2 on this round. So we gotta come back strong with this dessert round. Brittany, she's thinking, what do we got for the dessert? Soaked in cola for several hours and baked and grilled with sage. Brandon, just tell me when and where I'm coming over for dinner. Brittany, what are our 3 basket ingredients?
My only fear was soaking the ribs for several hours in Coca-Cola. Wouldn't all that acid eat away?
No.
No, it's just gonna actually it'll probably have a good effect on breaking down the meat and the fibers of the meat. I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, it's if anything, I've done that before.
That's why I wanted to stay away from it on the cooking part, and I wanted to put it into the. I was
Into the
worried
sauce.
about the acid. I didn't know how.
No, I'm pretty sure it'll probably like tenderize the meat some a good amount.
All right, for our basket, I almost said ketchup. For our basket ingredients, Brittany has said you guys have peanuts, syrup, and jalapeno. What are you doing for dessert with peanuts, syrup, and jalapeno?
That's interesting. Peanuts, syrup, and jalapeno.
That's right.
That's very, very interesting, Brittany. That's wild. Please tell me you haven't had that, because that would be wild.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
oh, that's a good one. Give me a second give me a second for that.
Gave you hard.
Oh, that's a good one. Peanuts,
I think I got mine.
syrup. Peanut syrup and jalapenos. Okay.
I don't know if I know what I'm doing with that. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. So the first thing comes to my mind is a play on a churro. You know what a churro is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm playing on the idea of a churro. So I'm gonna make me a sweet dough and I'm gonna have them peanuts kind of chipped up in it. And I'm gonna break those jalapenos kind of down in it and bake it or fry it, with a little sugar on the outside of it too, and just dip it in the syrup.
Mm-hmm.
I may even blend the syrup with like some strawberries.
I could see that.
Yeah, or even add like some heavy cream or make a like a cream cheese dip with strawberry cream cheese
Mm-hmm.
and the syrup. But yeah, I'm thinking churro. That's the first thing I
You
think.
know
Like,
what?
how can I?
I would do. That's a really good. What are other vessels like that? So here's where my head went when you said that. Is that I
Uh-huh.
think that if you turn the peanuts into a powder, like peanut butter powder, you know how
Right.
Cheetos you do the cinnamon.
That's what I was thinking. Right.
Go ahead and hear me out. Instead of putting the peanuts in the dough, we do the jalapenos in the dough, just little bit, so it comes through spicy in the bread. And then our
Mhm.
coating is peanut butter cinnamon. Okay, so that
Mhm.
comes through. That's like the cinnamon sugar that would normally go on the churros, and then you just dip it in the syrup, just like you said.
That would definitely work for that, or even like a funnel cake almost. You know what I mean?
100%. You could even,
Yeah.
if you do it funnel cake style, you could do candied jalapenos on it.
That's dope right there. Yeah. Now see, yeah, if I had a couple more minutes, yeah, I probably would have got to that. Because I was definitely going either churro or funnel cake idea, like, or even a waffle, even if we did it as a, you know what I mean, like a crazy waffle.
Fried dough, like that's the direction that we're kind of going, and that's
Yeah.
that we're picking up. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going in a different direction.
All right, we're ready for it. I'm glad you are a little bit.
so this, you might fight me on whether this is a dessert or not, due to our categories. But I'm doing nachos for dessert, and I'm breaking the peanuts. I'm grilling the peanuts in the oil to get like a peanut oil going. I'm taking the nachos, frying those nachos into that peanut oil to get the peanut oil thing. I'm
Oh,
taking
nachos.
I'm taking bacon and I'm putting some syrup on it to get that the maple brown
Yeah.
sugar
Uh-huh.
of the bacon, chopping up the bacon. Gonna have a cheese sauce, put some jalapenos on the cheese sauce, put the bacon on there, and you're gonna have some loaded nachos, cheese with jalapenos and bacon. Dude, it's gonna hit home.
And peanuts.
Well, the peanut oil is going to, yeah,
Oh,
it's
well,
gonna
yeah,
be,
you broke the
it's gonna
peanuts
front.
out.
I burnt the peanuts in the peanut oil, and
So a spicy dessert nacho.
yeah,
Beautiful. We love that.
That's awesome. That's thinking outside the box.
Yep. All right.
that's
And
how I looked at the three ingredients. I'm like, okay, how do I take jalapeno syrup?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, bacon maple something with. I need that to go on as toppings. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we got this.
Yes, we do. And I that beautifully concludes us at 5 o'clock. I would love to do another round because that is a fun one, but I have an important appointment that I gotta get to.
Okay.
So I will let you guys, and if you guys continue playing, then you can have a tiebreaker. Because right now we're tied. John's 1-1, and but everybody in the comments vote on whose dessert you like more. Are we doing John's spicy nutty nachos or the churro take from Chef David?
Well, Paul, John Spicy Nutty Nachos.
The nutty heat.
Hey,
He's a little nutty. It works out.
I'm
Yeah.
always nutty. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. But see, that's the beautiful thing about
Brandon
about
said the
cooking.
churro. All right, very good, very good.
Yeah, it's the beautiful thing about cooking, man. I don't have all the greatest ideas. The difference though between a cook and a chef, I always got to tell people, it's not the flavors, it's not the dishes, because man, I know some housewives that got bomb dishes that could be in any restaurant in the world, but I am a conductor of madness and chaos. That's what I am. I know how to orchestrate the chaos of a kitchen or of a night or of a situation. Because guarantee you, somebody got a new PlayStation game, and one of these young kids is going to call out on me. So I'm going to have to do double duty. My dishwasher ain't going to show up. Somebody going to break glass and cut their finger and have to go home. My delivery ain't gonna come right. I'm gonna have to send something back because it wasn't right on the loading dock. So I'm not gonna have the ingredients I need, and I still got to make the magic. So that's what I'm saying, man. That's what makes the difference between a chef and a cook.
Hold on, let me first say this though. This is the difference between Sydney coming up with a game and me coming up with a game. Because Sydney comes up with bougie chopped, right? I would have came up with welfare chopped.
He's like,
I was waiting for her to give me ingredients like hot dogs and spam, like that.
Right.
You give me that stuff, I'll tell you how
He's
we did it back in the day.
Yeah, me.
chicken from a can, spray cheese, and Ritz crackers.
Dude.
Oh, we having a gourmet meal.
We having a gourmet meal in the hood.
Oh, Brittany, you are too kind. You said Sid is a mastermind.
So yeah.
Sorry, that's Carter. Carter heard hot dogs and went crazy.
He was like, "Where's Izzy?"
She's doing duck con. I don't even know what duck con is.
On feet.
You give me spam, I'll give you a million different ways to use it.
Homeboy didn't know what a scallop was. He's like, I'm gonna fry papaya and bread it in this slimy ass seaweed.
I was like, if you pull that off, you a G.
Yeah,
You
You
give me
pull
a
that
box
off.
of macaroni and cheese, I'll create something special, baby.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Would you try a scallop, John?
No, it's seafood. I don't like seafood. I don't like.
You don't like seafood? Okay.
But why wouldn't you try it? Like my rule is I'll try anything twice.
Dude, like me and seafood have a bad history. Like I was forced as a kid to eat fish, and and I've tried different like fishes, and I can eat tuna, but even
I was
that I
thinking
don't like.
that you'd say something that you like fought a shark or something.
Tuna in the can now. Or
Since you
something.
have a bad history, and I'm looking for
No,
something.
no, no. Like, listen, like that was traumatic to me, I guess, because
No, I
don't-
get it. Parents are the worst like that. My mom.
it wasn't my parents. It was my pastor.
Your
What?
pastor with tuna fish?
No, no, no. With fish,
Oh,
with like real fish.
Listen,
Okay.
guys, this is what turned people away from the Lord. Don't force feed our youth at church fish.
No, I was at his house.
Turned
Like he had our family over for dinner,
okay,
and
and fed 5,000. It doesn't mean that we force feed Little John. But we don't. We're not force feeding Philly.
No.
Jesus may have turned like one fish into like 500 fish, but like not at my dinner table.
You gonna reject Jesus? You gonna reject Jesus' fish at the
He's
right
like,
at the
"Is there any
table?
chance that you could turn this fish into pasta or a hot dog for me?"
How about just a box of macaroni and cheese?
Like, I'll figure out how to make it if you could just kindly voodoo this
Yeah.
into something else.
Sure, John. The fish isn't good enough for you. Sure.
That's funny.
Mhm.
All right.
That's awesome.
We got to do this again next time, and next time it will be the ghetto chopped.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody that came on the chat lines, and just to remind them, the full episode that we did together drops tomorrow, right?
Yes, it
Tomorrow
does.
9 a.m.
Tomorrow 9 a.m. Yeah.
Awesome story, like a really cool story and a crazy background. So definitely stay tuned. We will be posting clips of that, little teasers. But if you haven't already, find David on Facebook. You can find him on my Facebook or John's or the Common Ground podcast. Connect with him and listen to his story. We'll be live tomorrow.
Man, you guys have had some awesome shows, man. I've enjoyed quite a number of them. Like you had the hypnotist lady on. I still want to holler at her. Yeah, she was very interesting. But yeah, Common Ground podcast, baby, get up on it, baby.
We going places. Come with us.
Oh.
Join the ride.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, David. We're excited for your release. And as always, thank you everybody who came on to our Monday happy hour. You
That's
have
right.
been listening to the
Common Ground podcast.
The Monday happy hour live.
Oh yeah, that's right. Monday happy hour. I still got my cup.
All right.
All
Bye,
right.
gentlemen.
Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Let's go Flyers.
Let's go.
All right. Again, thank you guys for being here. Again, if you're on the YouTube right now, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000. If you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube. Go to the Common Ground Project USA. Click that subscribe button. Give us a subscribe, follow. Thank you at all. Until
Mhm.
next time, we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. And we'll definitely have to have you back again.
Oh, I'm up for it, baby. Yes, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night and God bless.
Go.